Yo.
Let me tell you something. Some people got an ego boost, okay? Just by being in your presence, just by being connected with you, okay? A lot of these people, they don't miss you. They just miss the attention.
Let me get off that real quick. I come to talk to y'all. I'm over here watching other people. You know what I'm saying? This is, what time is it? It's 1:30, 1:29. That's 3 1s, 2 and 9. I've been seeing that 2-9 all day, yo. It's been, if it ain't been 2-9, it's been 7-4, right? Which adds up to another 11. So I've been noticing all these combinations of the numbers and all that. And if y'all been following me recently, based off, you know what I'm saying, or just been following me, period, based off the knowledge that I've been putting together, you know what I'm saying, for years. I mean, I've been dropping this shit since like 2007, 2005, you know what I'm saying, before I even brought it to YouTube. Like, I was doing it in the streets. So, all right, look. And I love seeing everybody talk about it. Like, I love seeing people actually start to crack into some of the things, you know what I'm saying, they can see it for themselves. Like, and I've been spoke to the fact that we are stuck on a black hole. I spoke to that fact a long time ago. We're not in no dome. It's just sections. It's sections because everything is blown out like this. Question I used to have as a kid is why you never see the satellites look straight up or look all the way down. They always like this, outwards, right? Because it's nothing, either or. We are what's coming from and going to. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you feel this energy and they got you believing pole shifts and all this other dumb shit. And listen, if I got a turd that I got to push out, it's going out that hole no matter what. It may take a little bit of time. I have to keep squeezing, but it's eventually going to pop out. And it's not circular. It has circular size, but it's more elongated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just funny. I ain't talking about nothing. It's just funny, like, to actually get deep into it that way, you know what I'm saying, and make it like kind of a hilarious aspect. But the reality is based off the false representation of what actuality is. You know what I'm saying? That's what everything is based off. As long as, I don't care what you believe, as long as you don't believe this, as long as you don't work on that one thing that allows you to do what Dogons did and other higher beings that learned just to walk up out this motherfucker. You really think Divine made it that difficult? Divine ain't make nothing difficult. People make it difficult. They bring confusion to the value. Divine made it simple. So as soon as you do something, like, think about it. You have an innate ability to be high vibrational anyway. So that's going to always rise to that standpoint of taking you to that higher understanding. It's just in you. You know what I'm saying? And then they said, you know what? Let's chop this up a little bit. Let's make it to where these people believe they're the ones and these people don't know they're the ones. Let's do that. So either way, they both fail because you believe it and you're not putting the work in to get it because you just believe it. I'm high and mighty. I don't have to do anything. I am what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? I don't know who that was. Like, excuse me. So you got some people believe that they're high and mighty and they have to put no work in to get it. I seen people talking about they ain't even got to wash. That's how bad they got it right now. Like, I don't have to wash. Use that. It's disgusting. I don't put water on me. I don't wash. What do I need to wash for? I'm clean. I'm a child of God. And then you got other people believing that they got to do everything they got to do to get there. If you mess up, they gonna come get you. You better do right. Don't you lie, don't you cheat, don't you steal. They coming to get you. All that was set in motion. It was set in motion. Let me tell you why. Because the other half of our family don't want us to inherit what was given to all of us. They look like me. They look like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have that particular, and they taught our later creation. This is the shit that nobody want to talk about. White people come from us. Period. And descendants. If everything was taken, like, it'll be a time where the mentality of forget, and they'll have to go through the process of the oven bake. I used to say shit all the time, like, you're gonna be under the sun for eons. You're not gonna always look like that. You know what I'm saying? So having that brought to the forefront to use it as a weapon against divine, you gotta keep in mind, they didn't care about the people that they was using. You know what I'm saying? They just wanted to keep you at an early state. So therefore you believe lesser. These people has put the whammy on everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? They put the whammy. Yo, that retrograde has been trying to mess me up. My words been flipping, and it's just the strongest one ever. Because I don't never deal with retrograde. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, I'll feel it trying to get in there, but I got like this energy in me, and I can just and push it, and it won't mess with me. It won't mess with my wordplay. It won't mess with nothing. I literally been feeling retrograde, like, fuck with my words a little bit. I'm like, yo, this shit's strong right now. It's strong. But it ain't strong enough to do anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just acknowledging the fact of how much power is being transmuted right now through the universe. And that's basically what it is. But all right, so let's get back to the point. So we have these two understandings that's implemented on both coaches. It's implemented on everybody. You know what I'm saying? In some form. I can even focus on, I can digress into cultural aspects, the different, like Japan, you know what I'm saying? Different other coaches and why they actually perceive the way they do based off the knowledge that's there and hasn't come. I'm seeing how all this shit work. So basically you'll have normal conversations about nothing that builds the fortuitive of rhetoric. What is rhetoric? Some basic argument about nothing, just talking bullshit, right? So that used to be a class. So now how you believe is always twisted. I used to say, yo, this shit is like a braid. It's like they twist the hair and then they take the 3 hairs, they twist it, and then they braid it. So now if you braid it, it locks in like this because you twist them. So that's the whole concept of reality when it comes to comprehending what's going on. I'm going to separate this thing. Why you think you got some of these rich people like, yo, if we bring the population down to this, then we can do this. That's not about population control. That's them having access to money via the families. And then the family saying, well, you know what? Get rid of this amount of people. We'll be happy with that. Consciousness start kicking in. Divine starts kicking in. They're like, yo, I can't do it. They're like, I knew he wasn't going to be able to do it. But he'll put the plan in motion. He'll say, yo, this is what we need to do. Right? So it's just shit to think about. Like y'all don't really think clearly. Y'all think to self-serve on a physical basis and don't know that everything is implemented to a value to make sure that you fall short to that. So temptation has grown. Temptation has grown from somebody creepy like, I'll give you the sweets and the kingdom and the riches if you just do this. It's grown now. It's changed to something different. It's changed to what life is today. Right? Based off like having love and what somebody's standpoint of reality of who you're supposed to be, and then you feel lesser than because you don't meet up to those qualities, right? All that's incongruent or in congestion or in conjunction with temptation. If I can make you feel deprived, you're gonna fight for that temptation. Think about it. Like if temptation is a bad thing, right? Is just to be tempted is a bad thing. Just you know, like damn, yo, I know that's not for me, but I want it. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like that. So just imagine, right? This changing into a whole different series of events that's based off now recreating your character. So now you can't even be in the world unless you're tempted. It's become a t-shirt or the long john, like the long john, but the tank top under the t-shirt that goes under the button up before you put your suit jacket on. Yeah, it's like that. That's how close it is. So it's like, you know what I can do? Me talking to you about temptation is already going to mess it up. Me telling you to watch for temptation is going to mess it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about what I think is best for you. And I'll put it in that term. I'll say, well, this is what you deserve. This is for you. Nobody should be able to take that from you. Right? So now you like, yeah, that's mine. Who told you that? Did divine give it to you? Or is this person working this out with you? Is this person sitting over there like, yo, yada, yada, yada. right? Like nobody actually thinks about that. Like temptation grew, just like slavery grew. It changed to something else. You went from being in the rows, picking cotton, hot sunny day, beating down, you got your bag, to Mom, I gotta get to school by 8. I'm gonna drop you off on my way to work. I'm gonna be late, so Miss Johnson gonna be there. She gonna watch y'all. Dad, I gotta get to school. I can't drop you off. The boys outside. Carpool with the neighbors. I don't like riding with them. He be stinking. Well, you gotta ride. We all gotta do things we don't like, son. You want those sneakers, those Jordans, don't you? I gotta go to work. Gotta pay the bills. Got a roof over your head. See, these conjunctions or conundrums of values are false. You should be able to make yourself a home with the natural things that grew in the earth. It's not a problem. It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? Having you divide these processes of being together within these growths is what they're trying to break apart. So it's like, all right, I'll take you away from your family for this amount of time and then give you this to make it feel like the reason why you left was important. You know what I'm saying? So you look at it like you got to go get a job. No, you're leaving. We are based off fiat currency, which is a level of electricity. So you being a part of me doesn't help me get more. Me and you being together circumvents our energy and brings energetic reciprocity. So now while this energy is moving out of me and moving into you and it's coming out of you and coming into me, we're literally building a frequency that attracts everything. We're talking about electromagnetism. They know this. That's why they say, yo, let's divide the family, because they're going to electrify faster. Friction. They're touching, they're loving and all that. They're looking at each other. They're building the idea in their mind as they live with each other. They're like, ooh, I love you. I want this for us. I want that too for us. And that energy between you and him becomes that much powerful. But then they say, nah, we can't let them get that tight. So let's throw some shit in it. Let's throw some temptation in it. Let's send a friend, a family, all these different things. And next thing you know, you're listening. Your ears is in conjunction with your mouth. Is why it's like right here. See how it's like a earlobe and it goes directly to your mouth. Your eyes is at the top of your ears. You notice how all of them connect like a pyramid? You didn't know that, right? Nobody know I peeped that, how your eyes point to the ears, point back to the mouth, and make a pyramid. So you got two pyramids right here. Conduct of electricity. So how you output words and how you take things in. It's a powerful place to be. They don't want you to see it like that. They don't want you to see this as something powerful. You see what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh, da 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 da. And then actually having you comprehend what you heard. Like you heard the breath when they stated a word and the lettering. And when they stopped short and when they kept going. All of you heard these things. But did you comprehend why? And you understand. You can hear the hate. You can hear the envious. You can hear the weakness in a person by the way they express. So these people who are weak are readily used for energies of demonic purposes. Demographic. This means to locate and have a section of, in some retrospect. So demon, dim light, the control over a light, control over a small source of light. Means you got you a little minion. You got you a minion. And that's what them higher negative energies do. They attach to you weak motherfuckers who don't know. You talk ratchet out your mouth. You don't know nothing. You get mad easily. You know what I'm saying? You don't think. They're attached to you real fast. The ones who have this latent evil in your heart and you want to get away with murder. You want to do whatever. You don't care. You know what I'm saying? They're attached to you. They're attached to you. Yeah, they're attached to you. And then when they're attached to you, they start having you say and do things that you wouldn't do within your moral compass. And you don't see it because you think it's you, powerful or some form, right? In some form of retrospect. And it's not. It's just that you're being used. And then you wake up out of that shit like, damn, how did that even happen? I was actually liking it. What happened? You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to figure it out. And just so you save face, you start reflecting the energy that you had, or having that energy reflect something back to you because you already been a part of the contrastal value of that energy. So now the weaker part is coming in. This is conscious. This I feel bad for what I did. And now it's like, yo, you stupid. You did that. And now you trying to, I did all that. Yeah, this is what happens in the mind. You start realizing what you did. And then you turn around and try to, especially if somebody's right there, you want to reiterate it. Like, nah, I didn't go like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's because you're embarrassed at this point. You really realize the depths of what it was. And this shit is crazy. So, like, I sit down and I think about it. I'll be like, yo, divine don't make no mistakes. And it's not a bad thing that these things take place. It's just that's how weak the flesh is. The flesh is so weak, it's going to be, especially if the flesh got to check itself, it's like, I don't want to do it. You ever seen a kid got to clean up their room? Like my nephew, be like, yo, pick that up. He'd be like, you want something to eat? I don't want no food. I'll be like, you don't want no food? You want to eat? Nigga, you this big. Hell, you got to eat. I don't want it. And had some shrimp, right? The shrimp got red on the back, like a little red, you know what I'm saying? Or the crab meat got red or whatever. So he like, I don't want tomatoes. I was like, tomatoes? Nigga, make tomatoes and shrimp. You like shrimp. Okay. Right? It's how people's minds be, yo. That's how people's minds be. And you get to see it play out like that. You get to see these particular values of life. And, not for nothing, there's so many fractions to life. So if I take a seed and I first open it and it starts growing, it's pale before it gets chlorophyll. It literally has a universal outside power to where it takes light, transmutes it into something else in the middle of the air. And then it absorbs that, and that comes into it as a liquid. And it starts to make chlorophyll. Plants are beautiful. Plants are wonderful. They do like the most amazing shit. And I don't even know how y'all don't see that. Like you don't look at outside and be like, wow, that light coming from that sun is getting changed right in front of the tree with no materials. Like it's literally like this. La, change for me, come inside me. I'll turn it green. You're turning pure light. The light that's on your skin right now. See the light that's shining so we can see the light. They turn it green. They turn it green, man. It's like y'all don't concept that as a reality. They take shit so lightly. People take shit so lightly, and then they say it with no regard. And I'm like, y'all don't comprehend what's actually going on. So, with all this being said, that's the whole point. To make sure you don't know, you don't comprehend. You just go with the flow of shit. So when what's for you comes, they're not gonna grab because they don't even see. This is the illest chess game ever, yo. I'm telling you, yo. Y'all gotta stay up with the knowledge I be dropping. You don't notice it's a chess game. And not for nothing, everything is expendable. All the pieces. Ultimately, if you look at this chessboard as if, and this is the most important part. Normally, this is a chess piece, right? The chess piece. It's another chess piece. They face each other. Face chess pieces. They fight, right? The concept about this that's wrong, that destroys the whole board. Who knows? I'll give it a minute. All right, look. So what destroys that concept is that this piece is the size of me. This piece is the size of you in real life. And they have their own minds. Think about that. So before we naturally say something about it being okay to do, or it's just this or it's just that, you got to ask yourself, why am I, or how am I even allowing some form of control when the authority is the Most High? If I was to ever have a conversation with President Trump, and I really want to. I had this vision that I went to the White House and I walked in there and they was trying to stop me. And I was like, I got to talk to Trump. I need to talk to you. Bring punk ass Elon Musk out here. So I want to talk to both of y'all. Just want to tell you some real shit. I don't know why I seen it like this. I seen it and I was in the yard of the White House for a while. Like I ain't have nothing. T-shirts, some shorts. I had nothing. I'm out there sitting in the grass waiting for Trump to come. days on it started raining on me and all that. He finally came and we had a conversation. And I had a chance to tell him what I felt and what I feel about laws and the access of having this conjunction between a person and people. Well, it kind of defaults because you're a fucking person. So how is a person that bleeds like me, spends money like me, grinds hard and strives for things like me, place yourself in the seat of divine and say, I'm going to be the delegation of what laws will be made and processed. And then he said, well, you know, it's just a figurehead that I don't give a fuck. Faith is a motherfucker. When you believe and you got faith and you know the divine is working with you, that shit powerful. So for me to sit there and act like the choices is more relevant than anything else, the respect is lost. You don't even got respect for the Most High. You don't even know how to pray. You pray about personal shit. And you think that reference is reality, and it's not. But it has to come to a contingency of understanding that it's never going to be about what you want, and that's what you get an opportunity to deliberate. If a plant doesn't get what it wants, it turns back white and it dies. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Right? But in the between time while it's growing, if it finds out that it can sustain itself till it gets to the point where it starts transmuting light enough to where that transmutation is feeding it, it's about to change. It's gonna go from being a seedling to something big. It's gonna keep getting bigger. It's gonna get bigger. That's all. It's gonna keep getting bigger. So that's my point to you. You know what I'm saying? The aspect of natural order of law don't need man to represent it for nothing. Now, you people, y'all get carried away and y'all want to hurt each other. So then you need a group of people to come get you off somebody from trying to kill a woman, you know, whatever, beat another person, have to death, use weapons, all this shit. Like some of y'all get carried away. You overdose. You overdose on circumstances, life, and situations. You overdose on how you handle people and how cool you think you are. You overdose on your fucking ego. That's what happens. Y'all people, y'all overdose on your ego. The women overdose on what's between their legs. Oh, I can use my thing and that and get what I want. No, you can't. That shit stink. You get nothing. And you might have cleaned it yesterday, but it'll be stinking 2 days. Like, I don't understand the value. Like y'all take things too lightly. And then the more demons I see, the more I look at it like, damn, yo, we losing a lot of them. Because they really believe just, I need some money. You know how many women that came to me for money in the last 2 weeks? I need money. This one lady, I'm sitting there talking to her. I think we hitting it off and all that. And it's crazy because she tries to use tactics. I'm like, yo, what is this? She's like trying to treat me like she's a man. So she'll text me and then don't respond right away. Like she'll take like hours. And I guess that was supposed to make me feel like, why are you not responding? Right. I think that's what she was trying to do. I didn't give a shit. I did it back to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when it was time for me to respond, yeah, I read the message, but I ain't respond yet. I'll talk to your ass tomorrow. It's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I'll respond to you tomorrow. And I did. As soon as I respond, she jumped the phone. Like, look at this shit right here. You can't beat me. Even if you learned what I was doing, you still, like, I see through you. You know what I'm saying? It was funny to me because I'm sitting there playing the long game. I'm sitting there like, I'm going to play the long game. I'm going to see how far she's going to go before she just pop and try to ask me for some shit. And then I got to shut her ass down. And I'm like, all right, let's see. And I'm like, yeah, that's good. You take care of your moms and all. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? she like, yeah, it's something I really wanted to ask you that's bothering me. I was like, I was just thinking in my head, I was like, here it comes, there it go. There it go. I see it. I see it with the binoculars. Talking to my grandfather. Now we back in a war movie. I'm like, I see him, Johnny. I got the scopes on him. The periscope is up. I think they don't see us over here. Shoot a torpedo. Me and my grandfather looking at this shit. Shoot a torpedo. Shoot it down. So yeah. So here she goes. She like, yeah, you know, it's bothering me, and I want to ask you something. Like now, all of a sudden, I just became so important. Like you consider me so much. Like it's the way. Like Like I'm sitting there watching her butcher all the divine qualities. I'm like, she's butchering. Look at this shit. She over there playing like she knows what she doing. She thinks she's slick. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit crazy. Like, yes. I know it's bothering me. It's bothering me to even ask you this, but she like give me this long drawn out story. It's about the paragraph about like that big on my phone. She like, yeah, this happened, that happened, and I believe that if you give it to me, you give me $100, then I promise I'll pay you back because I know how it is, and I will not leave you out there like that. I'm like, you talking to me like you already got it sold up. Like I'm like, look at the audacity and the way she don't even know that I peeped already prior that type of energy. So I'm watching you think you in control. I'm watching you think you me, or some form of a version of a man, and you're coming at me like that. You coming, I'm gonna get some money. I'm gonna make them like me. The first day we text, she sent me all morning pictures in gown and not lingerie, but like 90s, like had the 90s shorts and the lace, and she like sent me 5 pictures. I'm like, oh, she's like, how's your morning? I'm like, my morning's good. Waking up these pictures, that's what's up. And I do that right to make her believe, to see if she believe it's her power over what's righteous. Somebody just being that because they can, no more, no less. All praise due to the Most High first, because divine gives us all that energy, so therefore we can learn how to divvy it out to family, friends, and all that stuff like that correctly. So, yeah, I baited it to see what she would do. You know what I'm saying? And she bit. She's like, it's my time to go for the shot. I'm gonna get some money. I'm like, look at this bullshit right here. You don't even know. I'm about to chop her head off real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, so. Yeah, as soon as that happened, I chopped her fucking head off. Let that shit roll down the stairs. So serious. But before I chopped her head off, I did comment. I said no. Said no. Like she did this whole long drawn out, and I did one word answer on purpose. Like I read the whole thing, and it said "seen." Because they even got my iPhone. They tell you if you've seen the message and all that. They tell you that, right? So it said "seen." I made sure that I sat on it for a minute until "seen" went through. And after it went through, I blocked her. Fact, show. I fucking blocked her. Because you got the audacity to ask me for something, but you turn around and tell me the same indifferent. Shit crazy. You women crazy. Like I was explaining to y'all the other day, another female reached out to me and she wanted to get together. She don't even live far, supposedly. I just found out this chick was in other countries. You know what I'm saying? Like through the other social media. I'm like, yo, why would be lying? And she told me to send me $10. So you're gonna take a low shot and ask for $10. I'm like, yo, this is what the world has come to. So I can see weak people easily manipulated for nothing. Why would that even be a thing? Why would you be manipulated for something that doesn't have gain, like money? Because as long as I get you chasing something and not standing on what you should stand on, you're gonna be wrapped up with that problem, that issue, that burden. This is why I make jokes about these things and I try to explain them in certain ways, because ultimately y'all playing with cardinal signs. Y'all playing with cardinal, like staple motions, things that they don't move, laws that don't move. They don't change. They don't get explained again. They don't reiterate. These are divine laws, yo. How we treat one another, what we stand on. The fact that look what happened when we threw away our divinity. We lost like thousands of years. Lost and a lot of people still don't know who the hell they are. I'm so serious. Like you don't gotta. If you know anything about yourself, it's probably 5 minutes worth. You don't know anything about yourself. You don't know all your past lives and what you did, who you was connected to, how many wars you fought, or how many lives you saved. You don't know how many times you made a mistake in your past life. You don't know anything. You just know this life. And I've been giving y'all a roadmap to like go chase that other life to see what's going on. Like it's called your subconscious. So your subconscious is always guiding you away from shit. Why is those things strong? They might have been characters in your past life or lack of characters in your past. You see what I'm saying? This is the understanding to all this shit. So yes, we're in a black hole. Yes, there is a dragon. You know what I'm saying? A big one. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there are McClurians that live inside you that will come outside of you and F some shit up. Yes, there are beings that have diamondic skin or mineral skin that's based off of emeralds and rubies and gems and gold and like they got skin like that. Yes, that's facts. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be a destruction of the world, an end. It's the end of a process. Okay, so and let's keep in mind, money is not going nowhere because it's energy. So everything has to have a representative, right? There you go. That's why you got money. You had to have a representative for moon energy. Okay. Why it seems like it's unfair? Because it didn't matter. Divine don't care about this. As long as it's something representing that energy and it can be tangible. Yeah, so they got to follow the laws. They got to follow natural laws and rules. Okay, so with all that being said, yeah, we getting there. It's tightening up. Everything's getting back to crunch time. You know what I'm saying? It's getting to that point to where you're going to start seeing a lot of differences take place. And these great differences is going to take place. It's going to be overdosing. It's going to be getting high off crack. What does he mean by saying that? You're going to see people go too far with their bullshit. You're going to see people step over the line with it, but it's going to be to their demise. It's going to be to their breakdown, to their degradation. That's how it's going to happen. Nobody doesn't see what divine is allowing. What if I told you, and I just had this conversation with my homeboy yesterday. It was yesterday, day before yesterday. It might have been yesterday. I was like, yo, I think we already died. I think we're sitting in the middle of a black hole. The whole existence died. Everybody died at the same time. And that light had to be transmuted. And because we was in a black hole, like going from one spot to another, and it's a long and like light years process. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to go into another energy. It has to go through that. We haven't made it through yet. You know what I'm saying? I think some force is trying to keep us stuck right in the black hole, like this. And like, yo, it's other galaxies, man. Them shits is in this hole too. They in this hole too. It doesn't seem like they floating around. No, everything is coming into this hole. Funneling like this. They'll never tell you that, and they'll keep changing the diagram of what these things are, just so you'll never see. With responsibility comes great power. With great power comes a lot of responsibility. And what's more deeper about that saying than anything else? Let's see if y'all can get on my mind, my mind wave. What's the most important thing about that? Let's see if you can get on my mind. Like, you can leave a comment in the section if you see it later or whatever you want. Drop a comment. Okay, so responsibility, it's a lot of power. A lot of power is responsibility. When implementing these levels of particular power, you have different energies that they get lustful off of that power, right? So to handle that with particular hands, I'm so tired right now. I'm fighting it because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, I didn't even see that, yo. It's April 2nd, 2:02, 3 2s. Dun, 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 dun. 33 minutes on the clock, 3:44. It's 33:44 when I said that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we got some doubles going on right now. And that's probably what's trying to stop me right now. Cause it's like it keep making me wave. Like I'll feel the energy and I'm about to say something, and there's something in there goes like this. And it starts to slow it down, like, but it can't take it from me. It's just like fucking with the physical aspect, like it's wooing me, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I be feeling, and I'm tired right now. So get back on this shit real quick. So all right, these things are contrastal, you know what I'm saying? They contrastal, and not for nothing, having you believe in them that particular type of way, having you look at those things like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just lost it. Like, it's like sitting on the tip, right? It's like sitting on the tip. It'll come back to me, but it's sitting right there like this. It's like, don't let them say it. Don't let them say it. Don't let them say it. Because they want you to stay in that one dichotomy of energy. They want you to stay in that because it's powerful. And a lot of people don't understand it. You know what I mean? I might have to go back to the end of this video and watch it and just come back and do like a part 2 Or maybe some of y'all get it already. I'm dog tired right now. Like my body about to drop. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually seeing trails and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna jump off, and I'll probably jump back on in the morning. All right, it's 2:00. Love. Naga the Wise.